Alright guys, this is it. This is bracket week, so we've got to get these 5-star reads in. Hello, my name is Brie and welcome back to the vlog. It is week 3 of Battleathon and that means that it is time to find some more 5-star reads. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will leave a Mel's announcement video down below. It is not too late to join, so if you want to, you can still sign up, you can still log your reads, and you know, just try to find those 5-star reads. Battleathon is a competitive team-based readathon that is hosted by Mel over at Mel Reads, and essentially you get points based on your star ratings. 500 points for a 5-star read, 100 points for a 1-star read. You get the idea. And this week is the bracket week. So going into week 3, Team Wings was in 3rd place, which means that we are competing against Team Snakes to try to make it into the final 1st place gold medal match next week. And that means that this week the points are super important. If you've watched my previous vlogs, week 1 I did a video where I was reading books with royal words in the title. That one didn't go super well, but then last week I read from authors that I have given 5 stars from before, and this one went swimmingly. 2 5-stars and a 4-star in 1 week. It was great. If you want to check those out, I will link them up above and down below. This week we have a new challenge, a new strategy, and that is finding tropes that I love and trying to pick up books based on buzzwords. If you remember, last month I did a 5-star audit where I talked about tropes that I love in books, things that I have given 5 stars to. Basically, I looked at a bunch of 5-star reads and tried to find things that were in common and then tried to replicate that. And so today we're going to be picking out some books that are based on those tropes. And I have 3 books picked out here, and if we end up reading these quicker than expected, then I can pick up more. But I'm picking up 3 of the tropes that I thought that I would give 5 stars to, and we're going from there. So the first one is social experiments. I went to school for psychology, and so finding out how people's brains work in different situations is fascinating to me, and I feel like this is gonna work for me. That is The Passengers by John Mars. This is actually a reread for me. However, I read it back in 2018, 2019, I can't remember. I was in very much a life slump right then, and then nothing really felt good. I don't think I gave a 5-star at all in that like 3 or 4 month period. I have a feeling that I'm actually going to love this upon reread because everyone else is loving it. I missed something. So we're gonna reread it and see what happens. I just read the one back in June and absolutely loved it. And I think that this one has a similar concept, but is even more fast-paced. A political backdrop or revolutions, rebellions, that kind of thing is also a big buzzword for me. So I'm gonna be reading The Jasmine Throne by Tasha Suri. This was on my Kerplunk TBR for like a big book. So I need to read it, might as well prioritize it. This also has a sapphic relationship in it. I don't think it's considered a romantasy, but it does have a sapphic side plot to it. And here's the thing, I feel like I'm gonna be obsessed with this book. This feels like it has all of my buzzwords. This feels like the most Brie book that could ever Brie book. So much so that I did buy the Illumicrate edition of this. If I do love it, I'm gonna buy the Illumicrate edition of Oleander Sword, and then Lotus Empire is supposed to come out like next month, I believe, question mark. I feel like I saw a September date for the Illumicrate edition, and so then I can replace the paperback versions with the gorgeous ones, but we'll see. This is about a princess and a maidservant in a world beset by wild magic and turbulent uprising. Their destinies will become irrevocably tangled, and together they will set the empire ablaze. This feels like I'm gonna love it. And then lastly, religion in books is something that I find fascinating. So I am gonna pick up a romantasy. I feel like I've separated myself enough from some romantasy books, so I'm gonna pick up another one, and I'm gonna pick up Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. I have so much FOMO about this series because everybody is talking about it. I bought them all in hardcover before they got picked up traditionally because I knew it was gonna happen. The covers, like, look at this, they're stunning. Like, look how gorgeous that is. So I really want to love these books, and I feel like I will, but this is about gods who fell in love with humans, decided to like give up their godhood, their immortality to marry the humans, and now we are dealing with their descendants who are like terrible. And our main character is not one of the descendants, but her mother I think was like a caretaker for them or like a doctor or something, and her mother always told her do not go, do not speak to the descendants, do not like interact with them, and then she does, and I'm sure there's going to be some sort of like rivals to lovers type of romantasy. This is going to be the first book that we pick up. I read the prologue and chapter 1. today. Did not get a whole lot of reading done today. May not get a whole lot of reading done tomorrow either. If you know, you know. Taylor is in London right now, and it's her last 2 shows of the European leg, and I've been watching Greenie live streams. And they start at like noon. So I basically only have about 4 hours in the morning to listen to audiobooks, or, you know, that's if I don't have any meetings, which today did not happen. So I only got to listen to the prologue in chapter 1, maybe like half of chapter 2, not very much. So this is going to be my priority read. Hopefully I'll be able to read a lot of it tomorrow. I will give you more in-depth thoughts after that. Hello everybody, happy Wednesday. I come to you post dental surgery, so my mouth is a bit swollen and I'm not gonna talk for very long because it still kind of hurts. It's better than I thought it was going to be though. And honestly, like, it was enough I could put makeup on today, which is a win because last night was rough. But I do have some updates for you. I am on chapter 15 of Spark of the Everflame, so about a little less than 200 pages in. I am obsessed with this book. I am loving the concepts of this book. I am loving the discussions of classism, but like from a different perspective, right? Like where we're talking about gods and like descendants versus the mortals, and how you interact with them, and how you can, like, she asks her dad, like, how were you able to fight for these people who just treat you like shit? I don't know, I'm obsessed. This is gonna be fantastic. And the fact that everyone says that this is the weakest book in the entire series means that I'm gonna have to binge this series probably. Not this week. I'm not gonna do that. I have a predetermined TBR. I have to do other things. But I do have a big goal to finish this book today. Like, it's 200 pages, so I can do it. The audiobook says I have about a little over 3 hours left. I do have 2 meetings today, and then I need to take Schmidt to a grooming appointment. But other than that, I don't have a ton to do. I do need to edit a video. So the goal is to finish this before sprints start tonight. I'm doing sprints at 5 and it's 9:15 now. So I have my work cut out for me. It's fine. I can listen to it for 45 minutes. And then I have my meeting at 10, and then I have a little bit of time, a little bit of a break, and then another meeting at 1, and then nothing after that. That's the plan. I'm gonna stop talking though, because I can feel my mouth like starting to like, I'm not on any pain meds this morning, which is probably a mistake. Probably should fix that. But I haven't done anything yet. I'm gonna go drink a protein shake for breakfast. It's about all I can do right now. I did try to eat pasta last night. It didn't work very well. So that's my update. I love this book. And I'll talk to you in a little while when I finish it. Hello, it is a Thursday. I am about to go to a big work event, hence why I am in casual clothes, because we're doing all the setup, and then I have my outfit for tonight tucked away safely, because knowing me, I will get everything dirty. And then I'm staying in a hotel up here in Park City tonight because we're not supposed to be done until like midnight tonight, and I wasn't about to drive the hour and 20 minutes back home. Not happening. I was like, I will use my hotel points and I will stay up here because I like my sleep. So anyways, I finished Spark of the Everflame last night. 5 stars. 5 stars. Like, I'm obsessed with this book. This is gonna be a new favorite. I don't think it's quite House of Bane and Blood, but that's only because the banter isn't there yet. But I have a feeling it will be in future books, because in this book we are very much like, we don't have the 2 characters together for the majority of the time, right? This feels like more of a YA fantasy with the like revolution and rebellion and like, you know, her being a spy. I'm sitting right next to a car wash, so you probably can hear that. But I decided to stop at the gas station to film this because I didn't want my boss like pulling up next to me and being like, what are you doing? Why are you filming yourself? Why are you talking to a camera? So I was like, stopped at a gas station. The things we do for content creation. Anyways, it feels like a YA fantasy, like the start of a YA fantasy plot, but then at the end we kind of bring in our 2 characters, and then we start getting a little bit of romance. So I know that like the next books are going to be phenomenal. The next books are going to have all of the banter that I am looking for, and all of me wants to just go ahead and binge this whole series. 5 stars. Love it. So glad that I bought the hardcovers for the first 3 that are out, and hopefully I'll be able to find the hardcover for the 4th one, because I know like with them being picked up traditionally, it's gonna be a little harder to find those. But hopefully she will at least like put out the 4th one so that they all match when it comes out. I'm gonna start The Passengers. I read like the first 2 chapters of it. This is the only audiobook that's not on Everand from him. Maybe not the only one, but like it's like even The Family Experiment is on Everand, but not this one. This one used to be, and for some reason it's not. And it's not because I'm in like script jail or anything like that, because it just renewed yesterday. And it's not like it's not even like available soon. It just like does not exist. So I went on Audible, and it was actually like only $10 on Audible today. So I just went ahead and bought it. I didn't use a credit. I just paid for it because a credit is more than that. So that's what I did. And I've read 2 chapters so far. And already I'm thinking, what was I thinking in 2018? Was it 2018 that I read it, or 2019? I remember reading it for like a spookathon, maybe, which had to have been 2018. I remember being in a weird life depression slump thing, and so I scrapped the vlog that I was doing it for. But anyways, what was I thinking? Chapter 1 ends with, in 2 hours and 33 minutes, you will most likely be dead. How was I bored of a book with an intro like that? Also, there's something in my eyebrow and it's bugging me. Okay. How did I say I was bored with the first chapter like that? Don't trust anything that previous Brie has ever said, because clearly she's insane. She's bananas. I've been talking for 5 minutes. I don't know how much I will get done. Like maybe I can sneak in an AirPod and like listen to it. Maybe. But I don't know. We shall see. But regardless, I will definitely finish it by tomorrow. But that'll still give me like, and then I'll have to read The Jasmine Throne in like a day and a half as well. It's fine. I'm not reading nearly as much as I thought I was going to. But that's okay.
Everything that you needed, don't you know I would've gave. Put it down, whatever it takes. But I can't give too much. We went from every day, loving to never be late. Trying in circles, stuck in place. Everything that you needed, gave it till I had nothing left.
Hi, I don't have a reading update for you, but it's Friday. I do, however, have a coffee update for you, because Pumpkin has returned to Starbucks. So actually it happened yesterday. I just didn't have time to go to Starbucks yesterday, so we're doing it today. Even though I am very late to work. I'm supposed to be late. I worked for 15 hours yesterday. So yeah, I'm exhausted, and I only read like a couple more chapters. I literally like had one opportunity where I could stick my AirPods in and read. So we are just getting to the point where everybody knows what's going on, that like we've introduced all of the characters, and the part that I'm on, like they just pulled up the screen where you could see everybody on the car, like on the car monitor. So far I'm loving it, but that's all I have for you to say. I'm gonna try my new coffee. I do a pumpkin cream cold brew because I'm like an iced coffee bitch, and I will drink that all year long. But if you get it upside down, then the cold foam mixes up with the coffee, and you don't have like just one, like you don't have like just a sip of cold foam. I learned this I think 2 years ago. It was like a barista that told me this, and he's like, yeah, you do it this way. And I've ordered that the same every single time now, and I'm obsessed with it. So we're gonna try it, and yeah, I need my phone though to pay for it. Okay, let's try it. They didn't put ice in it originally. How do you have iced coffee without ice? I think it's fall. I think it's fall, guys. Okay, I need to go to work. Hello, I'm actually here to close out this vlog, and I didn't vlog anymore after Thursday. It's fine. No, Friday. Friday was the last night that I vlogged. I did finish The Passengers. I'm giving it 4.5 stars. I loved it. I don't know what I was thinking. I do think, like, I could tell when it was starting to kind of slow down a little bit, and I feel like maybe the book like had too many endings. It was really trying to be this like fast-paced, high-stakes thriller, and then it kind of hit a brick wall and tried to do this like, I mean, like it was doing social commentary throughout, but it really slowed down and almost tried to do like slice of life kind of thing. It tried to be quiet for a few minutes, and in that moment I was like, okay, this is probably where it lost me the first time. But still fantastic, still 4.5 stars. I just think I like the one just a little bit more. But I will definitely be reading more from John Mars. So I have the Marriage Act. I have his older one, Keep It in the Family, which is like not part of the same universe, and then his newest one, the Family Experiment. There we go. That's actually going to be our Boozy Book Club pick for September, so we'll definitely be reading that one. So anyways, that's the plan. But let's chat, because I then read, I think the reason why I was having problems is because I did Patreon sprints on Saturday, and so I felt like I was already talking to y'all, but I never did a vlog clip. So I went to go to edit this, and I was like, wait, I never finished this vlog. Okay, so nobody is more upset than I am that I got to 50% of the Jasmine Throne and I DNF'd it. This has all of the buzzwords that should have been a Brie book. This is sapphic, this has political revolution, and I just never cared. Like, I did not care about this book. I didn't care about the characters. I feel like that we had too many characters, and like because of that, I don't know, like, here's the thing. I love a political book. That's a buzzword for me, right? We've talked about this. And I feel like that is the case, yes. But for some reason, this one just did not, it was dry, okay? This book was dry. It had all of the political elements that I should have liked, right? The rebellion, the revolution, the like little guy taking on the man kind of thing. I should have liked this, but the characters never gave me a reason to root for them. And so because of that, I just like, I don't know, I was listening to it while I was doing yard work on Saturday, and I just like couldn't be bothered. Like, I literally did not care. I wanted to not read over finishing this book. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna DNF it. I could have pushed through, but yeah, I'm just gonna DNF it, which is really sad because I bought the Illumicrate edition of this. I'm really glad that I didn't order the sequel in Illumicrate, because I found that one. It's like sitting in my cart on Pango, and this one, like, I only paid $20 for it, so it's not the end of the world. Like, I'll be able to resell it or find somebody that did love this book that wanted the Illumicrate version of it. But yeah, it's a DNF for me, so that's a bummer. I've DNF'd a lot of books this month. I think three, maybe 4. It's partially because I'm doing Swiftbow, but yeah, this is like the first one I've vlogged that I was DNFing. So anyways, sorry to end on a dud, but I have started my final week's vlog, and I read almost an entire 450-page book today while working, and I was obsessed with it. So at least we're starting off next week's on a high note. So I need to start that vlog today. Thanks for hanging out with me. We have one more week of Battleathon, so if you're watching this, it's not too late to sign up. You could still sign up and help us out in the final week of August. We're shooting for that #1 spot. But that's all I have for you today. Let me know what your favorite book of the week or the month so far has been. If you're new here and you have not yet subscribed, there is a little button that you can do so down below the video. If you'd like to hang out with me more, the links to my Instagram, Goodreads, Twitter, and my Patreon are linked in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!
Told you this was temporary, didn't I? But you changed my mind like the weather when I saw you wearing my sweatshirt. Told myself I wasn't ready, terrified.